Yes, a notebook. Return of the Raven. The private notebook of Constable Anton Jacob Selner. So that's me. Should you find this book, please send it directly to Zurich Police Headquarters. So I do have a reason to be on the train, guys. To I guess to help with the case. A rather valuable ruby was stolen from the British Museum in London, one of the two legendary Eyes of the Sphinx. The press is in a tizzy, as one may expect. They blame the new Raven for besmirching the reputation of the old Raven, Pia, as later never harm a soul during his exploits. But aren't those guys only unconscious, guys? I think they're unconscious. So there's a new Raven, there's an old Raven. The old Raven's caught by Inspector Legrand. Okay, Nicholas Legrand, the Raven, it must be said, was greatly esteemed by the public for his clever, daring robberies. A copycat criminal has plagued us for several months now, and though the imitator leaves raven feathers at the scenes of his crimes, his thefts exhibit none of the original Raven's refinement and gamesmanship. The last 3 robberies have resulted in a total of 5 casualties, one of them severely injured, though by the grace of God, no deaths. Scotland Yard, Interpol, and Inspector Legrand could not be reached for comment. So, Legrand's trap? He looks different in person, older, more worn. He's still a successful detective, but there are rumors that his methods in recent years have become, shall we say, reckless. He seems to be laying a trap for the new Raven to try to find out more about his plans. So the new Raven is probably on this train right now, or maybe with a disguise? It could be anyone, guys. Maybe even the lady writer. You never know. Okay, we'll read about the other entries later on. Secrets tab at the bottom. Who is a Raven? Look for clues and unveil the identity of the Raven. So though the Professor's Lucian's compartment is locked from the inside, it seems. Find a way to open the lock. Okay. We'll go back to the notebook later on. On to the next car train. Oh, here we are. Oh, it's connected, guys. Still the same car. Behind the bar.
Butterscotch. I've loved them since I was a child. Their only drawback, they don't play nice with false teeth.
They are very, very sweet.
Maybe if I just suck it.
I don't like them. But we'll take one just in case. Maybe we'll use one to attract the ants? Attract a mountain of ants. Okay, let's take a look here.
I won't eat any just now. It would be rather embarrassing if I met Legrand and wasn't able to open my mouth because it's been stuck shut, or because I lost some teeth. The wooden toothpicks are packed into small paper wrappers. Nothing unusual.
Stick it into the butterscotch. That we can do. Okay, so my wallet.
I bought it last week at a flea market. I like it because it tells a story. I suppose the previous owner bought himself a newer one. This one still works just fine, though.
An old used wallet. I don't know. A used wallet. I'll never buy a used wallet. Other things like books and other media, like DVDs, they can be not used, but just not a wallet. Such a personal item.
Pills. For my heart. I'm supposed to take one if I have trouble. My daughter insisted that I take them with me. She was strongly against this little adventure, but I wasn't about to change my mind.
Alright, so let's look behind the counter here.
I suppose the steward won't object to me having a look around in his absence.
notepad.
The pad on which the steward writes orders. Empty. Maybe he didn't use it because there's not much to do today.
Maybe it's too early.
Perhaps he keeps the compartment keys in there. Locked. Where could he be? A shortwave radio. It's amazing how small these things have become in the last 10 years. The steward probably uses the scissors on hard-to-open packages. These days, nearly everything is sealed up tight. A colleague recently told me about dried powdered soup in small bags. I couldn't believe it.
Powder soup! Space food, guys. Can we take the scissors? I guess not. We can take the notepad.
I don't need the pad, but the pencil might come in handy.
I think it's very important to do the pixel hunting. I don't want to miss any items at all. Alright, so there's a gentleman here in the back. Let's go talk to this guy. Hey, are you peeking over the paper? Are you spying on me? Who are you?
I made the acquaintance of Dr. Gebhardt on the platform in Zurich.
Dr. Gebhardt? Hello?
Ah, Mr.
Zellner.
Right. How can I help you?
Just having a friendly chat.
Tell me, did you notice anything suspicious here on the train or in Zurich?
You mean, except for the fact that my suitcase was stolen on the platform? No. Is there any reason to be concerned?
No, just routine.
Constable Zellner, please don't think I'm naive. I spotted the inspector from Interpol. Legarde is his name, if I recall correctly.
Legrand.
If you say so. At the train station in Zurich, he put a cash box into the safe, and then kept close watch as it was loaded onto the train.
Wow.
Don't tell me that a man at his pay grade routinely tramps across the Alps just to keep an eye on cash boxes.
A cash box? Like the ones you'd find in safe deposit boxes?
Precisely. And I believe we both have a good idea just what's inside.
Well, I don't. What do you think is inside the box? Cash?
I do indeed have a theory, but what's yours?
A ruby was stolen in London. One of the legendary Eyes of the Sphinx. The second jewel, an emerald, is rumored to be in a Swiss bank vault, if I remember correctly. Both jewels were supposed to be exhibited together in Cairo for the first time in 50 years. It does make one wonder.
Indeed.
Okay. So you think there is an emerald gem inside the box?
Any news about the robbery in London?
Quite something, wasn't it? It must have been professionals. The way they disabled one of the best security systems in the world. Most impressive.
People were injured.
Well, one cannot execute a robbery of that scale without collateral damage. It seems like the Raven has finally found a worthy successor. We can look forward to new and spectacular coups.
I'm afraid I won't enjoy his exploits this time around if the new Raven is so reckless.
That's your prerogative.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, he seems to be impressed by the new Raven, guys.
May I borrow your newspaper?
You can take the section with the article on the burglary. You're interested in that bit, aren't you?
You caught me out.
Here you go.
Dankeschön.
Peter, you're welcome.
There's something else. Do you know where the conductor is?
I'd like to know that myself. I told him to search for my missing suitcase in Zurich. He hasn't got back to me yet. He's probably in cahoots with the thieves. and didn't bother getting back on the train. If we don't crack down on vermin like them, the rabble will rule the world one day.
Well, at the moment, we still don't know what really happened.
He is not here doing his job. That's bad enough.
Auf Wiedersehen, Dr. Gebhardt.
Goodbye, Constable. It was a pleasant chat, really.
Alright, go outside. So that's Dr. Gebhardt.
I made the acquaintance of Dr. Gebhardt on the platform in Zurich.
Use the notepad. I'll use a pencil. Oh, you know. Ah. Okay, let me look at the pencil here. Hold on, Ray.
Stuart's pencil. Probably one of the most traveled pencils in the world.
So Caesar's a pencil, but we have no reason to use it just yet, right? Okay, we'll do it later. Maybe we need to leave some fingerprints. And then we can use the lead dust. Hop to the next train car. Examine something here. Ladder. Oh, can climb on top of the trains.
The ladder leads up to the roof. It will be suicidal to climb up there while the train is at full speed.
Okay,
The
maybe
wind,
later, guys.
Tunnels. No, I'll stay down here.
So, the freight car is where we are heading next. Any other special items? Examine the box. Why is there a box here?
A box with a padlock. I suppose it contains tools for the train's crew, maybe for coupling and uncoupling the cars. At any rate, it's positioned so that it's easier to reach from the ground than from up here.
This reminds me of the Last Express. The awesome Last Express game.
I strongly suspect that the door is locked. No, it's open.
The freight car, so usually it is locked. There's a policeman
Hello? Wow.
Don't move a muscle, you feathered fiend.
there. What?
Put the gun down, Robert. If I may introduce Constable Robert Oliver from the yard. This is the revered Constable Zellner of the Swiss police, who obviously couldn't control his curiosity.
Okay, this guy looks like the policeman from the opening movie in the museum, guys. I think that's the same face. So you guys are trying to lure in the new Raven. That's why the door is unlocked.
Then I was right. You really do want to lure someone into a trap.
That's none of your business.
Perhaps that someone recently struck in London.
And how would I bait my trap then?
With an eye? An eye on its way from Zurich to Cairo.
Someone has done his homework. Well done, Constable.
Well, you better check your save now. I think the eye is gone. It's too late. He's already gone. It's been stolen already. Go check it yourself. I'll wait.
I hope you'll acknowledge that I, as a Swiss policeman, can undertake investigations in my own country.
Are we still in Switzerland?
I could be your eyes on the train as long as you're here in the freight car.
Oh, really?
What do you know of this Raven's heir?
He tried to blow me up.
Robert, we don't know who we're dealing with yet.
In any event, the new Raven is a more dangerous man than the old one.
How do you know it's a man? Could just as easily be a woman.
Or several men.
And anyway, how do you know that it's a new Raven?
Monsieur?
Never mind.
So what happened to the old Raven again? Is he dead or is he just in prison right now? Yeah, you were the one who caught him, so we should know about the old Raven.
There is a certain Professor Lucien on the train. He's an archaeologist from London.
And what's his story?
Well, it seems someone locked him out of his compartment.
Locked him out.
Well, yes. The door is locked and he's standing outside without a key.
Was it locked from inside?
It may have been. Do you think the locked door could be important?
Professor Lucien plays an important role in this story. Well then, Constable Zellner, be my eyes and ears on the train, and see that Professor Lucien gets back into his compartment. Report back to me when you're through.
My pleasure, monsieur. I go attend to the door now.
Good. And, Constable Zellner,
Yes?
don't bother us unless you have something new to report.
Of course. A thief might get anxious if there's too much activity in the freight car.
Exactement. Knock twice. Then we'll know that it's you.
Understood. An investigation on behalf of Legrand that takes me one step closer. If I can convince him of my competence, I might even be able to see this case through to the end.
Well, feels like that they are just trying to get rid of me, guys. It's just a trivial task. Alright, let's get back to this, to the compartment. I'm sure there's a way to unlock the compartment door. Alright, shall we examine the newspaper? Maybe we can read an article on that. Aha! Cleopatra is not in English though.
Let's see if there's any news. Blah, 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 blah. Eye of the Sphinx. One of two priceless jewels. Extraordinary pure ruby. 2000 BC, etc., etc. Old news. And here, shocking burglary. Professional thieves surprised by museum guard Charles Langley and Constable Robert Oliver of Scotland Yard. Explosion, Constable Robert Oliver from Scotland Yard.
Yeah.
He was there when the first eye was stolen. Now he's guarding the second one.
He is acting very suspicious, guy. I didn't say it in the opening movie. But the way he showed up in the museum. How did he even get inside in the first place? Shouldn't all the doors be locked? So how did he get in? Maybe he is a raven. It is possible.
Luna's Drops. The calming herbal liqueur for women. A glass a day. It relaxes the nerves and maintains domestic tranquility. Luna's Drops. If you don't want to bother your husband.
What? A glass a day to keep your husband away.
A story about the upcoming Oscars and Cleopatra's chances of winning. An incredible feat. They built the largest movie set of all time in Rome. And because of the main actress's many illnesses, several changes of director and months of delays, cost shot to over $40 million. The most expensive movie ever made. A record never to be broken.
Is that really the case? You mean the movie with Elizabeth Taylor? Is that the one? Cleopatra?
John Surtees won the Formula One World Championship for the first time on Saturday. He also won the World Championship in motorcycle racing from 1956 to 1960, making him the only man in motorsports to win world championships in both motorcycle and Formula One events. Not really my cup of tea. Too loud, too fast, too much exhaust.
And that can be ignored. Alright, let's go to the professor again. Any luck? Now let's examine the log. We haven't done it yet. Nice. Examine the log. Oh, whoa! No, go back. Go back. Examine the log.
You can easily lock the compartment door from inside by turning a little knob.
But I didn't lock it.
So it's the only way to...
Professor, if you had locked the door from in there, you wouldn't be out here.
That's true.
So that means there's someone inside? Now the only way to unlock the door is find a key. Try to open the lock with a tool in the toolbox.
I don't believe that... It's no use. The bolt is too short to get a good grip on it.
Seems that the policeman from Raven is a collaborator. You think so, Kunka 5? Yeah, he is acting suspicious, so it is possible, entirely possible. Shall we try the toothpick? Is it like a lockpick? Yeah. How do we use items on? Let's see. I cannot use it. Oh. I can even use the item on the lock. So maybe that is not the right item. We can only use correct items on these interactive icons, hotspots. Okay. So I need to find a tool or find a key. Shall we head back to the toolbox?
The train covers a distance of more than 3,000 kilometers. In many cities, they entertain the travelers with local specialities and culture.
I feel like I need to go back to the toolbox. But the toolbox is also locked, if I remember correctly. What about the next train car? Can I get into the next compartment? Or maybe we climb out the window. Can we get in here?
Yes, what is it?
Whoever that is, James, ask them whether they found my purse and then closed the door. The noise on this train is driving me crazy.
You lost your purse? All the passengers on the train are having problems, guys.
You're missing a purse. Was it stolen?
At the very least, I cannot find it, sir.
It was stolen.
When was the last time the Baroness saw her purse?
Oh.
What?
In Zurich, on the platform, sir.
I just asked where you last saw your purse.
In Zurich on the platform. James, tell him that I still had it when I got out to stretch my legs.
The Baroness says...
Maybe you lost it there.
What?
The Baroness never loses anything, sir.
I never lose anything.
Very well then. I shall be on the lookout for your purse.
So many problems, guys.
If I might ask you a few questions about your fellow passengers.
I thought he was looking for my purse. James, tell him to look for my purse.
The Baroness wishes that you search for her purse.
But couldn't we perhaps... All right. First, the purse. I will have a look around.
Thank you, sir.
First the purse, and then we can talk. Right? Well, I guess we have to talk to everybody again. That's how you play adventure games, guys. Talk to everyone again.
If I may trouble you once more. A passenger is missing her purse. Perhaps you've seen it.
So, there are thieves on the train.
It's been missing for some time now. Probably since Zurich.
The Swiss don't let go of money easily, do they? Oh, pardon me. No, I haven't seen the purse.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
Do you mind if I check your violin case? Just in case? I want to open it up and check it. Because you are also suspicious. Everybody is suspicious on the train. And that includes you, Professor.
He doesn't make a very balanced impression. And he, of all people, isn't bothered by a robbery in his own museum.
So, okay, let's talk to the professor again.
Professor Lucien?
Yes? Do you have the key?
Actually, I wanted...
Please. I have to go back to my compartment.
Alright, fine. Key, purse. Okay, what else now, guys? Maybe later we'll need to look for a missing violin too. Everyone is having problems except our lady writer here. She's just having a good time.
Me, Lady Westmacott.
Constable Zelda, how can I help you?
Let me ask you about the purse.
A passenger's purse has gone missing. I suppose you haven't seen it.
I'm sorry, Constable Zelda. As you know, I only deal with murder, not burglary.
Have you asked my boy yet? Maddie is good at finding things.
Your boy?
I'll go and do that now.
Oh, that's your
Another
boy?
time.
The kid is your boy.
Lady Westmacott.
Constable?
So where is he now? Where is he hiding? Oh, I can talk to Miss Miller individually, guys.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes?
Where's your boy?
The little boy, Matt. He's your son?
Oh, yes. Has he done something?
No, I've already met him. Clever little fellow.
We always call him Professor because he's so precocious. If only someone could just drive the mischief out of him.
Did you notice anything unusual on the train?
Oh, I'm afraid not. I was totally focused on my work.
She's always got an awful lot to do, my Mary.
You have to tell me if that's not all right with you.
Good Lord, child. Knit as much as you want.
So, nothing out of the ordinary.
No, Constable.
Goodbye, Mrs. Miller.
Goodbye, Constable.
I need to go find your boy. Where is he hiding? Is he hiding behind the bar? Behind the counter? Where's your boy? Hiding in the fridge? But he's nowhere, guys. There are only like 3 cars available right now. The freight car, then we have this car, and then the other car with the compartments. Let me talk to the doctor again.
Hello, Dr. Gebhardt.
Ah, Mr. Zellner.
I meant to ask, the Baroness is missing her purse.
A baroness? This train is really full of the creme de la creme. The queen of crime is over there, and now a baroness as well.
Have you seen the purse?
Unfortunately, no. Do you know Lady Westmacott? You were talking to her?
Well, I'm an admirer of her work.
Like so many others. I once read in the newspaper that only Shakespeare and the Bible sell more copies than her crime novels.
I read that too.
She must be filthy rich. As a doctor, I'd have to work 1,000 years to earn that kind of money.
Auf Wiedersehen, Dr. Gebhardt.
Goodbye, Constable. It was a pleasant chat, really.
Just cut him short, guys. We don't want him to go into his life stories. So we tried the toolbox again. I want to find a tool, one that we can use.
Locked.
Bang, bang!
Whoa!
Don't move!
Matt, have you gone mad?
I'll shoot! Hey, my pistol!
You'll get it back in Venice. I could have fallen under the wheels.
I thought you were a ghost.
Ghosts don't exist.
They do too. One just flew past the window.
Ooh.
Yes, sure. Now get moving.
Oh, man.
One flew past the window. Is there someone climbing outside the windows? The innocent boy is probably telling the truth. I'm sure he's telling the truth, guys. Now, let's try unlocking.
The box is secured with a padlock. I won't be able to open it without a key.
Can I use a toothpick? Use a toothpick. Try the toothpick. Nope. Double knock. Double.
Inspector Legrand?
Anything to report?
There's something trivial about the purse.
Baroness von Trebitz told me that she's missing her purse.
Baroness von Trebitz. Interesting.
Indeed, sir.
But it has nothing to do with our case.
So I shouldn't concern myself with the matter.
Why not? It's your job as a policeman. But don't expect me to be particularly interested in a lost purse.
Constable Robert Oliver. Is it possible that I read your name in the newspaper?
Could be, sir. Could very well be.
Robert was there when the first eye of the Sphinx was stolen.
Why were you in the museum? Did you spot something from outside?
Well, sir, I noticed that a door was ajar, which was suspicious. And it was my duty to investigate that.
Scotland Yard gave him a commendation and assigned him to me as a liaison.
A great honor, sir.
I'll get back to work now.
Good.
So that's how you got into the museum. A door ajar. But he's still very suspicious, guys. Do not trust him.